In a world where many Christians are encouraged to watch and pray about looming persecution, what if the roles were reversed? What if there was an atheist and he was the one amongst a group of Christians? Could you spot him? Well, that is exactly the social experiment that the YouTube channel Jubilee ran. So on this video, I'm going in blind. I've never seen any of this before, so I'm gonna need all my discernment ministry folks to make sure you're tapped in and watch along with me to see if you can spot the atheists among the group of Christians in this video.
Ruslan.
We brought together 7 Christians.
I'm a Christian.
I am a Christian.
I am a Christian.
I am a Christian.
I am Christian.
I am a Christian.
Yo, they literally got every avatar of Christians you could possibly find in this video. This is interesting.
1 is a liar. If the group discovers who the liar is, they'll split a cash prize.
Oh, I like
If
this.
the liar survives, he or she wins the entire prize.
Oh, yo, this is like Jubilee. Call me, man. How you guys gonna do a game show video where you're pitting Christians versus atheists for cash money? What in the world?
Oh boy, okay.
All right, here we go. Yeah.
Do you go to a church?
Yes, I do.
That's a great question.
I don't know where to even start.
I was going into it thinking about myself and how I present myself. I thought people would be like, oh, she's not a Christian.
Why does she think that, huh?
Tell me about a religious experience of yours.
A religious experience of mine?
Something profound.
Something profound.
I think the fact that he's using religious experience is also very telling language. Usually a Christian would say, tell me your testimony. He might be giving himself away.
I saw an angel once when I was like 9 years old.
Really?
Cap!
What was that like?
That was really cool. It was creepy, but like in the moment, like it was just like stillness and like really awesome.
In the Bible, when they talk about what angels look like, it's a very scary looking picture. I was like, I don't know if I'd believe someone being happy to see a disfigured human being.
I had a really similar.
Shout out to Tony. I think Tony's the real deal. I like that
speed
round.
round was pretty horrifying. I didn't even know what to ask. I didn't even know where to.
He looks like Charlie Kirk and Tucker Carlson had a baby. Oh my gosh, I guarantee you this man tucks in his shirt every single day that he goes out, and he owns at least 5 pairs of khakis. Shout out to this guy. I'm guessing Paul Washer is his favorite preacher. He definitely owns a systematic theology book. Now that you know who all these characters are, go to the comment section and drop who you think is the mole, no cheating, and then come back and tell us after you finish the video if you were right or wrong.
First person I trusted was Brandon.
In the very beginning, him and I were talking. I was just like, all right, man, you and I.
Brandon, I mean, look, Brandon's the real deal. Look at him. He got the flannel. He got the comb over. You know this man is legit. I guarantee you Brandon knows how to play acoustic guitar. Whoa, oh, okay, wow, okay. So we got 2 for Grace. Oh, that's messed up. I know why they did that to Grace. Grace might be a progressive Christian, okay?
In a tie, 2 people, Romy and Grace.
Romy and Grace.
So, you guys vote again.
Grace 3, Romy, whoa!
You guys really messed up. I'm telling you right now.
What did we?
I'm feeling disappointed because I feel like I was based off my overall look. I didn't even say anything. I was voted off, you know.
You know Romy's Pentecostal. My brother's from a church in New York City. He definitely a Hispanic Pentecostal, I guarantee it.
Grace was standing right next to me and she was really freaked out. She was just like, well, you know, I hope they don't think it's me because X, Y, and Z. And I was like, okay, then it's not Grace. I didn't think it was Romy
I
either,
think it's Chance.
but I just knew it wasn't Grace.
I think it's
I
him.
wanted to ask you, is your church queer friendly, LGBTQ friendly?
Yes, actually, there's 2 pastors.
I told you she was a progressive Christian. I called it.
One is a biracial lesbian, so.
Wow.
Why did you choose a non-denominational church?
I mean, I was just born into it, so
Got it.
my dad's a pastor.
Anyone else a PK?
No.
I am.
Wow.
Yeah.
What's a PK?
Pastor's kid?
Yeah,
Oh,
pastor's
pastor's
Oh! What's a PK? I may have been wrong about this gentleman. That is a rookie question. So he's either not a Christian or he is a new convert, like within the last 6 months. You don't know what a PK is?
There's like certain terms I think a lot of people just know.
How
I'm
long
with
have you
you,
been
Sierra.
Lutheran?
My whole life.
Yeah?
Yeah.
He's Lutheran. Okay, wait, he's not Calvinist, he's Lutheran. Okay, that's why the church tucked in. I got you, Andrew.
I grew up in Scandia, Minnesota, and like a big part of the town was the church. So I was
Okay.
baptized there.
Wow.
Do you go to a church?
Yeah, I go to this one out in Riverside. I just started going there about 2 months ago now. Because I grew up going to more of like a strict church, and then I kind of branched away from it and then went back.
What do you mean a strict church?
So I grew up Mormon.
Whoa, plot twist.
You know, I kind of had to take my own path and figure out what worked best for me.
I've stepped away from church because it's hard for me to find a church, especially a Baptist church, that's accepting of the queer community. So I stopped going.
That's gonna be difficult for him to find. So he doesn't go to church. I'm thinking Chance might be the odd man out, but I'm not sure.
Kind of-
Actively. Halfway through my answer, I realized I probably shouldn't have said that. Because everyone else was like, oh yeah, they all actively go to church. And I was the only one like, I don't go to church now. And that's when I thought, maybe I should have kept that to myself.
Chance!
You read that? I had to read that
Chance!
handwriting. He mentioned that he hadn't been to church in over 3 years, and I was just like, okay.
Chance!
Felt like his story about being a PK and coming in and out of his faith could have been an alibi.
Could have been an alibi. Is he a detective? Could have been an alibi. Is it a Law and Order SVU episode?
He wanted to hear everyone else talk. Like he kept asking them questions. Like he didn't want to talk about his own experience.
So what made me go back into church, what really like pushed me is I had a really bad breakup. And it was like at this moment where I was at work.
He had a bad breakup, so he jumped from a Mormon church to a Christian church.
And I watched this kid die because I work in the ER.
Whoa.
So watching the kid die and the family kind of go through.
That's foul. If he's lying, that's a terrible testimony. This man's bringing in kids dying at the ER. Bro, you really want the bag if you just this detail.
I believe that there has to be this higher power, and otherwise the ego takes us over, and God allows me to realize that there's more than just me. As an artist, I think there's messages coming to me that I'm supposed to communicate through my art.
The way I grew up, I was really into church. It was my safe space. I had a
Of course, it was her safe space.
hard home life, and it was where I felt like I could be myself. And then I realized I was gay, and that was really hard. Step back, and then have come back to it as an adult. It's been a struggle, but something that I want to have.
I am a PK, so I was just born into it. It was like summer after 4th grade, my parents got divorced. And so I was kind of like straying away, you know, in this.
I believe that she's a PK. I believe that she's a PK. It'd be interesting if she isn't a Christian anymore.
Especially divorce in the church is like a huge thing. So
Oh, wow,
that
her
was
parents
really
got
hard,
divorced.
But I feel like that
Whoa.
whole situation kind of like solidified my relationship.
She's a PK, like she knows exactly how to answer, like knows the perfect part to play.
In the back, she kind of mentioned her stance on premarital sex. So that kind of like was like a red flag.
Uh-oh. Wow. I feel like what would have been better, in my opinion, is there would have been like prerequisites to like not just self-identifying as Christians, but like self-identifying with things that would be considered what Christians do. Attend church regularly, they volunteer certain, like all the things that Christians do, they give, they volunteer, they attend church regularly. They have a Christian sex ethic, or at least like don't believe in premarital sex. I think that would have been easier to do this because here everyone's like, yeah, I haven't been to church in years, but I'm like, I think it's a little too wishy-washy and too loose of a standard.
One thing I love about the church is I love to sing.
Okay.
And growing up, like my best memories of church were just singing in the choir.
He must come from a different denominational slant than anyone I've ever came in contact with, because I didn't take him as an artist. Now he's talking about singing in a choir, and he's a Lutheran.
I think that like through my voice, through the hymns and everything, that's the biggest thing.
We were just talking about this, how a lot of the people that go to my church have had similar backgrounds to me, which is they've been hurt by the church. Maybe a song like, Oh, How He Loves Us, in the past was great for you, and then you were hurt by the church. Having those memories attached can actually make worship really hard.
There was this song.
I think she's the real deal. I'm gonna say Sierra's the real deal. I still feel like it's Tony.
That like it was a big song in my church, the Mormon church growing up. It was like, it's called, I want to say like Families Can Be Together Forever. Man, like my parents, they got divorced. You know, and since that time, like I can't even like listen, can't even look at the lyrics of that song. What about you? How was like your experience kind of moving across the states? And then
So hard. I grew up in a town of like 500 people, and so the church was everything. And coming out here,
If Andrew's not the Christian, he's a fabulous actor and liar.
Starting that hunt for one that's like LGBTQ friendly and the right kind of like chemistry of people and the right.
Holy moly, this man got a lot of expectations of the church. They gotta be LGBTQ friendly, they gotta have a poppin' community, they gotta have a good choir, they gotta embrace the arts, they gotta tuck their shirt in. Like, where does it stop with you, Andrew? Huh? Like, where's where we keep going? Do they need a coffee shop? Do they need to have a dog park? Do they need to have a play area that's for adults, but it's really like a McDonald's play area, but for adult size? Like, where does it end with you? You got such high expectations of a church. This church you're talking about, I don't think it exists, Andrew.
I'm gonna be shook if one of these people are the moles.
Brandon, Sierra, Andrew.
What?
Wow.
Raise your hand if you think the mole is still in the square.
Yeah, I got their names confused. It's the guy with the white shirt. I think it's him.
Voted the liar out. If the lights turn red, the liar's still in the box, and you lose.
My mind's
I'm
gonna
being
blow
hurt.
if they go red, dude.
3, 2,
Hey, real quick, this episode is part of a whole new series we just started over on our Patreon. It'll be up on YouTube twice a month, but on Patreon, it'll be up weekly with the extended version of every episode where you could see more exclusive TikTok reactions, my full raw rants, all for only $5 a month. And you can watch the extended version of this episode right now. Ha! I knew it! It's the guy with the white shirt.
Hi, I'm the mole.
Oh, it's Andrew! I just said it. Andrew's an amazing actor. He had to have learned to like intertwine his real life with some of the fake life, the Lutheran, the tucked in shirt. I wonder if he really dresses this way.
You know he hasn't had a tucked in shirt the whole episode?
He didn't? Wait, he untucked it?
No, his shirt has never been
His shirt's never been tucked in. Well, it just felt like it was tucked into me. All right. I thought it was this guy. What's a PK, right? Like, there's so many like just kind of rookie mistakes he made.
Because I'm gay, if anyone else was gay, I like wanted to be their friend. Then I was like, oh, he's my friend. I'm not gonna vote for him because I really believe him.
Ha! There's that representation thing taking advantage of you, Sierra. Congratulations, you played yourself.
I really became an atheist right after I got baptized. I think when
You became an atheist after you got baptized. Why did you get baptized? No one gets baptized and then becomes an atheist. You knew you were an atheist before you get baptized. I think baptism was probably like his last straw. Like, God, if something miraculous don't happen in this baptism, I'm done. I think that was happening. Who gets baptized and then deconverts?
I got baptized, I thought something magical would happen and not.
I called it! He thought something magical was gonna happen. He thought he was gonna come out and the Holy Spirit was gonna descend like a dove on him and a bird was really gonna fly and then it was gonna land on him and everything was gonna turn into vibrant colors and the tongues were gonna hit him and he was gonna speak with power.
Nothing did and nothing changed and I still felt really hated by the church. The things that brought them into the church and into the religion were things that I found on my own without religion.
This is why I felt like Jubilee played themselves. I think they threw too many oddballs in having beliefs that I think color outside of the lines of Orthodox Christianity, in my opinion. So Andrew was able to slide right in because he got baptized. So he knew enough on how to maneuver around these conversations. I think Jubilee did a bad job on the casting of this. I want to hear from you guys in the comments section. Do you feel like you nailed it? Did you nail it? Did you know Andrew was the mole? Did you know he was the imposter? Or did he dupe you the way he duped me? Let me know what you think about it. If you enjoyed this video and want to see me react to some of the most cringe Christian versus atheist TikToks, be sure to head over here and check it out now. I'll see you over there.